courage to speak it, then you can pull it into your reality.
So many people right now don't realize that our minds play tricks on us. Have you ever tried to go to sleep at night and your mind has been working overtime? Have you ever been walking down the street and thinking that someone is behind you? Our minds play tricks on us unless we make the conscious decision to develop a growth mindset. We will be lost and we will be a victim to a mind that has been conditioned to focus on what is wrong, to focus on what is missing, to focus on what we haven't got.
Where does that change come from? Because is it enough? You want the change. You have new goals, you have new plans. Is that enough?
The secret is to work on your mindset daily. Work on the way that you see the world. Otherwise, you'll live your whole life seeing the world through someone else's eyes. You'll be a creature of circumstance. You'll be a victim of your life and not the master of it. Read books, listen to audios like this one. Start learning about why you do the things that you shouldn't do and why you don't do the things that you should. It's all because of the way that thing between your ears is wired. But know this, you're in control of rewiring it whenever you make the decision to do so. At any moment, you can take control back of your life and start creating a life that you deserve, not a life that someone else has paved out for you.
Welcome back to the show with Minete Akosonete. This is ZTV, the station where we make you feel the real difference. It is Start Right. Start Right, we say P, go. Now, if you want the world to know about whatever business you have, whatever services you provide, the best place to be is with ZTV. Tie that knot with this particular network, man, you won't ever regret it. We're going straight to the dailies, and I would take a quick swipe at what we have here. Starting the Daily Graphic, the front page of the Daily Graphic says, government releases 354 million cedis as professional development allowance covers all teachers. Professional development allowance covers all teachers. Interesting. When they say all teachers, exactly what? Does it include private school teachers? Well, creative industry deserves more attention, page 13. And then battle over free SHS. Yesterday we had quite a similar discussion, a debate here on the battle over free SHS. Who began this free SHS in the first place? What was it like? What was the debate, or who did the debate go for in your thoughts? Well, that should inform your vote come December 7th. Will it be a game changer? Fine. Graphic holds town hall meeting in Ho today and special supplement on Black Friday. Graphic quarterly review, okay, these are insiders. And then we go to the Ghanaian Times, another state-owned media house. It says, committee to assess early adoption of vaccine. Dr. Kumar Bwaji, we've heard news of the fact that some vaccine developers have thrived, and by grace, they seem to have made very good progress. Some have made 70%, between 70 and 92%. And some people are telling us that with vaccines, you don't expect 100%, effectiveness and all that. So the 70% and all that is okay. So GHS is telling us that they've set up a committee, or they're setting up a committee to assess early adoption of this vaccine. Right. So GHS begins payment of allowance to 301,000 teachers next week. Wow. 301,000 teachers are going to receive allowance from next week. Security agencies asked to be tough on vigilantism perpetrators. Okay, so that is that. 2,080 lives lost, 12,380 injured in road accidents, January to October. The Daily Guide also has these interesting stories. Let me read that from here. It says, Mama fights Nana for free SHS, and phase 1 Pokwase interchange opens. Akufo-Addo has kept faith with Nzemas. That is Freddie Blay. He was once MP for Elembele. He says the president has been faithful with the people of Nzemaland and that they should vote massively for him. Baumia speaks on the economy today. But there's an unfortunate news which brought the whole of the world to a standstill just this dawn, or last night, when we heard of the death of the maestro Diego Maradona of Argentina. Obesity was the problem. May so rest in peace. Let me go to the Chronicle. I have the Chronicle here, which says, okay, diesel smuggling vessel seized at Tema Port. Mahama campaign has collapsed, that says the president, and police must deal decisively with threats against editor of the Chronicle, okay, MFWA. And Bawumia gives verdict on economy and Akufo-Addo today. All right, there's another one here, Business Finder. Let me take that for the last. It says, NDC's manifesto promises to cost 119,007 billion Ghana cedis. The promises that have been made by the National Democratic Congress, the largest opposition, led by the former President John Dramani Mahama, would cost them 119.7 billion, sorry, 119.7 billion cedis. It will return Ghana to Mahama's abysmal, okay, according to someone, to return Ghana to Mahama's abysmal economic record, Dankwa Institute. Okay, so Dr. Bawumia to speak on future of Ghana's economy today, and FDA builds capacity of 56 small-scale businesses. All right, I have some others here, but I'll leave that for later as we veer into other matters, especially sports. I'm sure we'll bring you sports in a bit. So just stay tuned to ZTV. We have so much for you. Remember that today is Thursday. We'll be doing a bit of history, both in the sports, both in our music world and our entertainment world, and I will do some in our socio-political discussions. This is ZTV, the station that makes you feel the real difference. Stay with us.
Is dying.
Interesting.
That's mental.
Together we will cleanse the earth for the strongest.
Been her destiny all along. Emmanuel is going to do it! Oh! Caleb Dressel at the wall gets it done! The dream has come true!
All right, good morning and thanks for sticking and staying with us right here on the station that makes you feel the real difference. Of course, this is ZTV, Zion Television. Of course, the last alphabet, the last alphabet in the alphabets that we have. Of course, that is Z, where we try to bring you exclusive excerpts and then whatever is happening on a daily routine on our #1 and favorite morning show, Start Right. The segment is Sports on Start Right with me, the Sports General. Now let's look into some of the results of the UEFA Champions League match day 4 second day games games that happened this week. These are the results. Atletico Madrid 0, Lokomotiv Moscow 0 after 90 minutes. Bayern Munich beaten RB Salzburg by 3-1. Inter Milan 0, Real Madrid 2, and then also Olympic Marseille 0, FC Porto 2, Liverpool 0, Atlanta 2, Ajax 3, Midtjylland 1, and then Borussia Mönchengladbach winning by 4-0 against Shakhtar Donetsk. Olympiacos 0, Manchester City 1. Now let's move straight to some of the highlights of the UEFA Champions League games that went on yesterday. Unfortunately, Liverpool home wins record has been ended by a club from Italy called Atalanta.
Wonderful, clean strike coming in from Rodri. If it hadn't been straight at Jose Sarr, it might have caused him much more of a problem. He scored his first 2 England goals in the recent international break. Phil Foden, maybe he's a little bit of midfield spark. He's trying to provide it there. It was a lovely idea. The exchange with Raheem Sterling. And he's won it back high here, Foden. And he's still going. Great work from Foden. It's a shot on target, an angle that would always favour the goalkeeper. But that was all of his making. There's no flag here. As Jesus is denied by Jose Sarr, it might have gone up had the ball gone in the net. Interesting to have another look at that. If he's timed that run to perfection, it's a job very well done. Jesus for Sterling, lovely backheel for Foden, that's a brilliant goal. After half an hour of knocking gently on the door, Manchester City break through with a rare moment for them when they had Olympiacos out of position at the back, and my goodness, they've made it count. Mendy, Sterling, Mendy again. Driving at a gap and fouled right on the edge of the box. Olympiacos losing their rack here, but that looked like a pretty clear trip. Of course, that's a foul. It's not even close. And it is Sterling, who did get the dip. That's a really good strike and a strong hand.
Where Liverpool can qualify, supporting behind. There's Gianpiero Gasperini, and with a lot of people starting tonight, he had a negative COVID test issued by the Premier League on Saturday. So, a mainstay in this Atalanta team in the Champions League. Chips to latch on to that. Could be a problem here for Liverpool. It needed to be a better finish. Mo Salah, though, guilty of giving the ball away there in a dangerous position.
Yeah, he was quite sloppy. He was pressurised there, but not
to come through it, so they won't be too phased by it. Tsimikas with the ball in the reach. A nice ball by Christian Romero. If Robin Gersons was onside when he received it, and he spotted that little gap at the near post, and the right arm of Alisson was so strong there.
You think he's going to cross it in, but goes for goal, because there's not many people in the box.
Darn Alisson. Give it to here. Papu Gomez with an interesting ball in. And it was Bacina trying to come in at the far post. Papu Gomez on the move, and that needed to be a better finish, but again Liverpool catching themselves out.
Yeah.
Golini, the goalkeeper, gets involved for the first time. He's been out for quite some time. He injured his knee in the summer. Sadio Mane. Milner. Williams onto Milner. Now Origi. Freuler with the ball in this time. Defended by Tsimikas.
And Wetu moving ahead of him. Szoboszlai is in the middle. Here is Dominik Szoboszlai. All on his own. Oh dear, oh dear. Had to score. Had to make Neuer save at the very least. It's brilliant football. Bayern Munich opened up like a tin of beans. So much space and time for Dominik Szoboszlai. Lewandowski. Finds Muller again. Muller's shot saved by Stankovic. The follow-up is put in. Who else but Robert Lewandowski, staying switched on when there's a goal to be scored. And that goal is the 71st that he has scored in the Champions League. Joint third with the great Raul now. Stankovic couldn't hold it. Carried it to the one man. Bayern Munich, as they were 3 weeks ago, have been severely tested by Salzburg in this game. It's a game that they now lead. Bayern 1, Salzburg 0. Lewandowski once again. To scrap there, and he's lost it eventually to Goretzka. Coman waiting for Richards, ignoring him, looking to shoot. Big deflection, and it's gone in. And the game has gone away from Salzburg. Really unlucky there. And the chance developed because Chris Richards run down the left, took a defender away.
Real Madrid inside 5 minutes.
Well, it's a lovely little ball. We were just talking about Odegaard. He picked the ball up on the edge of the box. Nacho, the centre-half, started the move.
Eden Hazard scores. Great start for the champions of Spain. Eden Hazard from the penalty spot. Only 6 minutes on the clock. Inter Milan 0, Real Madrid 1. Eden Hazard, which was not his intention, but Martin Odegaard has won the ball back. Hazard. Modric. Mariano is in the middle, and the shot has hit the post. Really good hit from Lucas Vázquez. Came back off the inside of Handanovic's right-hand post. Here's the shot against the post.
You can just see the run of Carvajal that took one of the defenders away. He strikes it really well. It may just take a slight deflection. The Inter players are going to say is that it's exactly the same thing that happened down the other end. But he was right on the spot, Anthony Taylor. And he's got a yellow card, Vidal.
Yeah, Vidal has, and he's still protesting. He needs to be very careful here. It's going to be sent off. Arturo Vidal is sent off. Got a yellow card, squared up to the referee, and is dismissed. And if Inter had problems before, those problems have just been multiplied.
Well, only this week, Antonio Conte was saying how much Arturo Vidal has matured. We haven't seen it there. And Vidal, by his protest, has got himself sent off.
Lucas Vázquez here. To the back post and into the back of the net. It's smashed in by Rodrigo, who has been on the pitch for all of about 30 seconds. It's a great finish, and Real Madrid have doubled their lead, and that is how to make a substitution.
Well, it's brilliant play down the right-hand side. Inter went to sleep. Nothing that Handanovic can do about that. That really should be game over for Real Madrid.
So those were some of the highlights of the UEFA Champions League games that went on yesterday. Today is Thursday, and of course there's the Europa League games coming up later on today in Europe. Of course, Arsenal will be playing, and then AC Milan will also be playing. Of course, Tottenham Hotspur, Jose Mourinho's side, will also be playing in the UEFA Europa League today. Now, away from that, yesterday we woke up, or we had the very bad news coming from Argentina, from Bruno Aires, where football legend, arguably the greatest, one of the greatest of all time, Diego Armando Maradona, passed on. This happened yesterday night due to some ailments and some surgeries he had to undergo during his time spell in hospital. So this is tributes coming up from the football world. But before then, former Argentina player Diego Armando Maradona passed away at the age of 60, according to Argentina media. Maradona is widely regarded as one of the greatest football players of all time, and by many as the greatest ever. He was one of the 2 joint winners of the FIFA Player of the 20th Century Award. In his international career, the best of all time, the best dribbler, and then the best of all time. Yes, Nettie, there's been some doubts that I did watch Maradona, but they keep forgetting that now in the 21st century, we have other means of recapping whatever we lost, even though